Alright, today I've got something completely off the wall, but it is card related and something, well, let's put it this way. I've been researching a lot of cards recently and finding that people don't seem to care or even know about certain sports cards slash non-sports cards and don't even make videos about them. You know, in this day and age when there's product from like the 80s, 90s, 2000s and then on and you don't see videos of that, just think of all the Upper Deck e-Pack product that never makes it to YouTube. Every once in a while somebody pulls an autograph and they will show that autograph for their collection, but they will never give any, I mean, unless you go to the sports car or the Cardboard Connection, they might give you a little bit of data. But one of the sets that I was researching, I have no clue other than the one card that I purchased a while back ago that I was going to send to Bill Spaceman Lee, and it was a thick card. Now, there was no reason for that card to be a thick card for Upper Deck to have done that. But nobody could tell me which cards were thick cards, which ones were skinny cards, how many top loaders I needed to buy. And it ended up with this e-Pack product. There was one, subset that was 60 cards, another one was 40 cards, another was probably 50 cards, 10, 10, 10, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all that fun stuff. And all the parallels could be close to 500 cards. So not knowing what I'm in for is very, very important. Regardless if those are, like $1 on eBay or whatever COMC wants or $10 on, it's just really amazing. So, has anybody ever seen this image in their entire lifetimes? Some young students are using a very vintage computer. It says the land down under at school. So it has something to do with Australia. And you can just think about for a minute, have you ever seen that image? This is a trading card, and it's really hard to see on the front here. Hopefully you can see that, but I will tell you what that is in just a second here. So, for whatever reason, I was noticing a card on COMC slash eBay, and if I can get to it here, I wanted to show you that. This one here is called Historical Notes Pro Set. And I was like, what is Pro Set Historical Notes? I just click on one of the random listings here. And I thought, hey, this is kind of neat. It's a Pro Set card. If I can click on it here and get a large image here. It's a Pro Set card showing all the different a variety of subjects they have. There's a guy playing the guitar, football players, hockey players, golf, soccer, and looks like NASCAR at the time there. Racing cards. So, this is from 1991 showcasing all their different products, or most of them. And I was like, well, what did that come from? No earthly clue what it came from. It just says Pro and then 001, so founded March 1989, and it talks about Pro Set right here. And then it gives address that you can mail some notes for. It talks about Yo MTV Raps, the Music Superstars, Desert Storm, World League, the Pro Set Racing, NHL, NFL, and Pro Set was huge. But what we don't realize is that they had a crazy amount of promotional cards that were set, for young kids, or they were put into different, whatever, and there's gobs. There could be something ridiculous like 500 different unusual Pro Set cards. Never mind that in the Desert Storm set, Ludwell Denny was the founder of Pro Set, and there's like showing some sort of ID bracelet or something or name tag in the card, and Denny's name is on that, which is very interesting. There's supposedly some ridiculously rare Ludwell Denny card that's faked, and you got to know what's real or not. But back to the card that I was showing you. Oh, and I wanted to show you some other cards here. The Club Pro Set. That's what I was originally looking at. Club Pro Set. And I don't know how you join the Pro Set Club, but there's all kind of sports and non-sports stuff. I can't even find some of these cards on Trading Card Database. There's some basketball ones, I think, that are missing off a Trading Card Database. And they're just young kids, they give credit to some of these. Some of these say photo courtesy of the Arizona Office of Tourism on this one here. These United States ones are more common, but look at the picture here. I don't think they'll allow you to, I don't know if that's a young man or or an adult there, but I don't think they allow you to stand on the edge, sit on the edge there anymore at the Grand Canyon. That's how lots of people die every year. It's crazy. People just fall off and don't recover from the sharp rocks below. One blow to the head and you're dead. But crazy, let's show you some other stuff here. And I didn't know about this. I'm going to have to do some further research. There's even cats, so catnips, save the animals, and there's all these other crazy things here. A lot of these are $1 to $5 per card. Sometimes they're, $2 to $10 per set. The Desert Storm cards are featured right here. They have insert cards. Usually you would get the 10 cents off your next purchase, a pro set type of thing. And those things were always expired, or I didn't want to save a whopping 10 cents. Not a big deal back then. You got to dig through all the other cards. There's space cards. I think I've seen maybe this one before. Not really exactly sure what that one is. Also a space card there. Then they have gold and bronze and silver cards. And I've never heard of, I typed in Club Pro Set on YouTube, and basically YouTube said, you're an idiot, go away. There was nothing. There's President's cards, there's Bill Clinton's set there from like 93, and that's, I don't know what the gold, bronze, and silver ones were for. I don't know what levels those were for. But the cards more or less look the same, but I think there's subtle differences to each one, and I don't know those yet. But back to the subject at hand here, there was something called the Boomerang Book Club, and that was Australia, I guess. So again, Pro Set, I believe, had cards in all different languages and maybe got shipped off to other countries of the world. And this is what I call the $10,000 Pro Set card here. Now, mind you, this one's not graded. It's just in a penny sleeve here. There's the image that I showed you, the Land Down Under at School. And then a lot of the Club Pro Set cards have very similar backs to this one here. The Land Down Under at School, and it's got the Boomerang Book Club on here. It does not say Pro Set on the card, but there's card number 5 silver. So were there more of these cards here? I've got to figure this out. I don't know if Trading Card Database has these. But I don't know if this is a $10,000 Pro Set card, courtesy of the Australian Consulate General picture there. I'm thinking of like, the World Book Encyclopedia, back in the days where Grolier and the books of the Guinness Book and stuff like that. Know Your USA type stuff like things here. Really, really interesting. I've never seen this in my entire lifetime. But this is an unassuming card here. If you didn't know what you were looking at, you would see like a 5 to 50 cent to $5 card on eBay, and this would go unnoticed. And this person wants $10,000 for this. Now, I have no idea. And it would, of course, have to go through, authentication process. There are no other ones. There are no other ones. I haven't looked at, trading card, COMC, but we go to Boomerang. Boomerang Book Club, and I'll just type in Boomerang Book here and probably not find anything. Again, I don't know what the Boomerang Book Club is. We go to the sold out here to see. There's probably other auction listings here showing this card. Again, it was probably, a set of cards that went to Australia, and Australian cards are ridiculously hard to find, even in any kind of condition. The Australian rules football cards are just impossible. How many they printed, I don't know. So let's just go to the trading card database. Your tab, just restore this tab here. So we want to go to non-sport and type in Boomerang and see if we can find anything here. I want to take my time here. Here we go. So now we have the Boomerang Book Club here. And again, there was only one on eBay right now. Animals on Safari, Birds of Prey, Gold, Book Club, Planets. Let's see, Land Down Under. Let's take a look at this one here. See what we have here. Now I'm trying to verify if this really is a $10,000 Pro Set card. But we got all kinds of, let's see, I'm trying to see if I can find, there's the at school card here. Then there's the koala, country, continent, aborigine, sheep, farming at school. So I believe these were sent to. Now let's just look at that card here that I just showed you here. If I can get to it here, where I can find it, at school. And somebody has said found images of all these cards. There we go. I'll get to it right in just a second here. There's the card that I showed you right there. Land Down Under. I think that's kind of a fun little set to put together. Now let's just show you the next one here if I can get to it. This takes a little bit here to get to. And, oops. Should be there just a second here. And there's some sort of weird fish or something. What is this here? Lionfish. So the lionfish in that set there. So, it doesn't give me anything about the set here. It just says there's 15 cards in the set. And then, like I said, I went to Boomerang Book Club. If I go to Boomerang Book Club here, and eBay is not the definitive thing here, but Boomerang Book Club, let's get out of the completed listings here and see what we can find in the cards here. And we should be done in just a few minutes here, provided that this will. So there's only 22 results for the Boomerang Book Club on all of eBay right now. And there's some sort of boomerang thing here. And I don't know if there's an eBay Australia where I can go to and see if I can look up these cards here. But I'm certainly finding none of these cards here. I have not even typed in Pro Set. There's a $10,000 card here, something from 1974. And again, those cards seem to be non-existent here. So what have I stumbled upon? I don't know. Let me know if you know anything about these. But again, I was just looking for a reason to maybe start another collection. Collect all of these kind of off-the-wall Pro Set cards that, you know, I'm trying to be part of the group that collects the vintage cards, collects the modern cards, and collects the mid-era cards. But I want to start collecting something that no one has ever thought of collecting. And collecting a binder of like Pro Set promotional style cards, or you know, very I mean, I guess that those book club or book whatever could be promotionals for Pro Set, but they were not listed as Pro Set. So are there other things here? And again, I found them on the trading card database where I was shocked to find those in there. And there could be other things here. Again, it's not listed as Pro Set, but they were made by Pro Set from what I understand, or maybe they were printed in Australia, you know, using a Pro Set design. If anybody can enlighten me on this, if anybody even cares or wants to, you know, think outside of the box, I think it's really, really cool. If for some reason somebody found out there was a surfing card or some other thing that the other people collect in all the different communities, then this would be a subject for a great video, and then it would take off like wildfire. But I'm Mr. Nothing channel here, so if anybody happens to see this, great information for you. I need help on this one because I could be totally out of loop and you guys know everything. And if you have learned about this, then by all means share some information with me or make your own video expounding on my content, and thank you for watching.